Anyway, so we're downtown Flagstaff. We've been walking around like a couple of tourists.
On this adventure, we're staying fairly close to home and just hanging out in downtown Flagstaff. We head over to one of our favorite coffee places called Late for the Train. So we're going to show you a little bit of our town like we're showing you right now. And at the end of the video, we talk about one of the tricks we use to avoid fighting with each other when we're getting a little snippy. And we would love to hear if you've got any tricks to do that as well. Put it in the comments below.
So that's one of the things we actually love to do is explore our town as if we're tourists.
Yeah, there's always something new. I mean, the energy's different just because different groups are in town. And also, I mean, stuff changes. We actually walked by restrooms today. We've walked through this alley 100 times. Literally, there was public restrooms. I know it doesn't sound like much, but something new.
That's a really exciting thing that we thought we would tell you about.
Well, it's a practical example.
You know, hey, if you're going to get to know the Tate household, you're going to have to understand that not a day goes by where we're not talking about bathrooms or bodily functions. So,
I can't help it.
There it is.
It's just, I guess it's me. It's what I do. Anyway, yeah, so it's just great to explore. You know, we had a second home up here for a long time. Came up here, we moved up here.
Right, so we laughed, and our first year especially, because that's, you know, when you're trying to start up a new, you know, presence in a new marketplace, you work so hard. And at one point we just looked at each other and we're like, man, we ruined Flagstaff for ourselves.
Yeah, we ruined it because this was a fun place and we turned it into a workplace. And literally, like Jackie was saying, our first few years up here, we moved up here in, what year? 2014. We were pedal to the metal, cranking really, really hard for, I would say, 5 years. And now we feel like we're back re-exploring the town that we came to love as tourists, and we're acting like tourists. So this is at Late for the Train. It used to be an Italian restaurant, but this little strip of businesses along here, all these buildings are like, you know, 1910, 1920, 1930, as you can see.
Yeah, this actual building was from 1911, and the oldest building in town right now was built in 1888.
Now it's Late for the Train, but they have, you know, coffee to go and great bakery items. There's a really cool exterior patio with a bunch of tables in it and chairs, and their coffee's top notch. There's no question about it.
Yeah, definitely hang out on the patio if you're up here and the weather is nice enough. Also, you can see that Late for the Train offers a lot of great merchandise, and we'll link to that below.
And there's some Village Baker stuff right there. I love their bakery stuff. Of course, you know, give me a donut and I'm happy. I'm out the door. You know, I'm a happy guy. Reasonably priced, again, downtown. So once you hit this place, you have a lot of places you can kind of roll off to. There we are munching down. Jackie loves coffee. I don't drink it that much. I'm more of a tea guy these days, but I do enjoy coffee now and then. It kind of hypes me beyond where really my personality needs to be.
Yeah, I may have had a little too much coffee because clearly we just got over-caffeinated.
And I usually don't eat this fast, and neither does Jackie. But, you know, we decided, hey, we need to get this video rolling. So here we are. We're talking really fast, and then we're getting it done.
After coffee, we took a little stroll through Heritage Square. This is a great place that has little local gatherings, concerts. In the summertime, they do movies on the square on Saturday nights. A lot of fun little things you can do here.
You can actually see there's a webcam if you want to watch what's going on there.
So when the kids are at home, and especially when they're in high school, if they're involved in any activities, as you well know, your life kind of gets really busy and revolves around them. So you're either at work, or you're at a booster meeting, or you're at a meet or a game or whatever your kid is involved with, but you're busy supporting them. You know, I was talking to a friend of mine talking about, when Sophie was doing color guard and we were busy driving her, you know, all over the state for different competitions, things like that. So you just have a really hectic schedule. And guess what? When the kids move out, your schedule kind of opens up.
Yeah, it totally opened up for us. So now here we are. It's a Saturday. We went to Late for the Train, great coffee place. To me, it is the coffee place in Flagstaff.
Well, that being said, Flagstaff actually has a lot of great coffee places.
They have a lot of great restaurants. You know,
we actually, you know, we live in a town in northern Arizona that's a really great little spot. about 70,000 full-time residents, but over 5 million visitors a year come through here. I don't know if that stands true for 2020 because the whole COVID thing, but we have the benefit of living in a town that's got a small town feel, but lots of great attractions and restaurants and things like that because of the tourist presence and the university that's here as well.
It really props up the economy, so you have way more restaurants than you normally have. So yeah, I mean, they don't have all the attractions in terms of restaurants and coffee houses just because they don't have all the tourism. They have some.
But here's what I would say, no matter where you live, I think that there's ways that you can explore your town. Whether you live in a touristy town like us, you live in a major metro area, or maybe you live in a small town that doesn't have all the attractions and doesn't have a university and tourists and things like that. So maybe there's less to do, but I promise you, there's some cool stuff that you could probably explore.
So what we're saying is this: re-explore the town that you live in. And if there's not that much to explore there, if you totally exhausted the exploration, just go to the town next door.
Exactly. And the benefit is, as you're getting to
duke it out in the area in town.
No. No, what I was gonna say is that as you are re-exploring your town, you kind of get to re-explore each other. So this is a great time of getting to know each other again.
Yeah. And then if you get really goofy, you can, kind of dance in the middle. She still doesn't follow very good, but you can dance on the corner.
If you want to. You can leave your cares behind.
But she wasn't. She literally was like almost a professional dancer, yet she couldn't follow. But I digress. That was not scripted though, so she didn't know that was coming.
I didn't know it was coming. That's not fair.
But this, she knew was coming. Duking it out in town.
And you can be goofy together. Don't take yourself too seriously, because
life's too short.
Life's too short for that nonsense.
Have fun, have a good time. We have this little thing we say, if we ever get in an argument, we look at each other and we say, 1, 2, 3, be sweet. And you just cannot be mad after you say that.
Right, that's the rule, is that you have to literally, and so if we're getting a little bit heated with each other, usually we don't look at each other and say it in unison like that. One of us looks at the other and goes 1, 2, 3, and then we both say, be sweet.
Yeah, and you shouldn't be like gritting your teeth when you say be sweet, because it doesn't work. It doesn't work. You gotta, to be sweet, you gotta open your mouth
and be sweet.
And you do that.
Yep. And that's what we do. We make a conscious effort, whatever that nonsense is, we step away from it for a little bit and we quit being snippy with each other. So.
Yeah. So that's kind of the point. Enjoy our little tour walking around here in Flagstaff. It was a really good time. We did have some coffee. I had a scone, a blueberry scone from the Village Baker. Really great bakery here in Flagstaff. And just a really fun time. It's been a good few days. I'm leading worship tomorrow at the church, so that'll be fun.
Yep. So if you're curious to see about Mark's passion in singing and playing guitar and just leading worship, we're going to post a video coming up. We'll link to it here once it's up, so make sure you check that out. And if you're having fun with us and enjoying our empty nester life, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell to get notified, all these things.
Absolutely true. I'm Mark.
And I'm Jackie.
Great to be with you.